Diane in Denmark here, rah rah rah. I hope you're ready for a wee bit of a winter hygge today. Something a bit different for you. Now, I mentioned the other day that our family has an advent calendar. It's an activity advent calendar because here in Denmark, the whole month of December is known as the Christmas month. We actually use the word Christmas as a verb. We are Christmasing the whole month of December. And many years ago, we started in our family this little tradition of we have something that we do every day of December that kind of, brings us into the Christmas spirit, the Christmas mood. And I'm going to share with you how we have done in years past. I've picked out some old ones, but I'm also going to give you some ideas, even if you don't have young kids, if you are a single lady, an elderly gent, you can do the same thing here, and it's just an easy way to ease us into December and really enjoy it instead of being all stressed about Christmas. Really enjoying the small moments. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I have, and I'll also give you some ideas of how you can actually display it or use your advent calendar. And in Denmark, we always we've got so many traditions. We're going to be lighting on the 1st of December. I'm going to be lighting our advent calendar candle. We light it on the 1st, and at breakfast time we have the candle going, so it's all very hoogly. Anyway, eyes down for a full house. I've picked out a couple from, let's see, these are our advent calendars from December 2009, 10 years ago, when my kids were still fairly small. Now they're towering over me. My kids now are 17 and 19. I've got a girl of 17 and a boy of 19. And my husband's Danish and the kids are Danish, British, Scottish, so there you go. Anyway, I'll tell you what we've written, and I'll tell you what I've written here, and I'll also put some links below because I used to post these on my really old blog, so they're still there if you want to go there for some ideas. There we are. But anyway, let me see. I'll start off with one for 2009. You can see it here, and I would suggest when you're making your own advent calendar, grab your diary. Grab a big piece of paper, put down the numbers 1 to 24 if you're in Denmark, because we celebrate Christmas on the 24th, or 1 to 25 if you're in other places around the world. And first of all, plot in any events that you have. For example, maybe you are going to the pantomime with the family, write that in. Maybe you have a Christmas carol service that you go to, any of these kind of regular events. Plot those in first, and then you're going to fill out the rest of the days, all the blanks. Excuse me, hold on, let me just get a wee glass of water. That's better. Cheers with a glass of water or some hot chocolate. So eyes down for a full house. So on the 1st of December 2009, the old days, how time flies. We had a breakfast event at the kids' school. That's a very common thing here in Denmark. You're invited in to the school or to nursery, and all the parents sit there with the kids and eat breakfast together and make decorations, and then the parents go off to work. The 2nd of December, we posted our Christmas cards that we wrote back in November, and we drank snowman soup, which is basically hot chocolate with marshmallows, cream and cinnamon. And posting the Christmas cards, it wasn't like a big event, but we just went to the nearest post box. We got all bundled up, and the kids got to pop in all the cards. We don't actually send cards anymore, so it shows you how old this advent calendar is. On the 3rd of December, we went to see Santa in a shop in town. On the 4th of December, we baked biscuits and we ate risengrød, which is Danish rice pudding. I've got a YouTube video for that. It's on recipes and crafts playlist. It's up there. On the 5th, we made some natural decorations. We were spray painting pine cones. On the 6th of December, we had a tree decorating party at my husband's office. They invited all the kids to come in and decorate the tree, and they all got a little gift from Santa Claus. So that must have been a weekend thing. On the 7th of December, we decorated one of our outside trees with natural decorations. Normally we get little pigeon apples, and we hang up lots of bird food because you've got to keep the birds fed at this time of year. On the 8th there was a Christmas party at Scouts for both the kids. On the 9th we made bird feeders and hung those up in the garden. Yeah, we love our little birdies. On the 10th I had a Christmas lunch with the girls. That was with my besties. The 11th my husband, he was out at his office party and we had takeaway food. The 12th we were double checking the gift list and we're wrapping any last minute presents. And you know, whenever we're doing stuff like that, we get the Christmas music going. We've always got the candles going. We make it really hoogly. And remember, these things don't have to take a long time, but you know, just set your timer for 15 minutes and do something. The 13th of December, we made a big batch of sausage rolls. Sausage rolls are a really British thing that you've got to have at Christmas. And we ate them, the ones that came out of the oven, and also the rest of them we froze. We made a huge batch. The 14th we made more Christmas biscuits. That's you know, cookies. Often we make up the dough for it and we freeze it into blocks, and then we can just cut them off and bake off as we need. And we watched a Christmas film, probably Die Hard, best Christmas movie ever. On the 15th we went to Tivoli Gardens. On the 16th we iced the Christmas cake. The kids like to roll out the icing and you know, make little figures for decorations. Let's see, on the 17th we read Christmas stories and they took in their teacher gifts because it was last day of school that year. On the 18th, my husband and I went to see Eddie Izzard in Sweden. We love stand-up comedians, and that was a little pre-Christmas gift to ourselves. Sweden is just across the water here, just across the bridge, so it takes about 40 minutes to get to the concert place there. On the 19th, my husband made a huge batch of æbleskivor, which are the traditional Christmas donuts of Denmark. Let me just show you the pan. Okay, here's the pan, and my husband makes, usually he makes like 120 of them, 130, and it's basically an all-day process. My husband never cooks. He does other things a lot better than cooking, but that's his job to make the æbleskivor. And if you want a recipe for that, it's also on my Christmas. It's on my Christmas playlist, and also recipes and crafts. Where did we get to? Yeah, that was on the 19th. On the 20th, we went out to buy our Christmas tree. It depends on the year how early we buy that, a fresh Christmas tree. And I talked about that the other day. Our ones come from sustainable forests. The Christmas trees are a crop here, and most Danes have a fresh tree. On the 21st, we made table decorations using the holly and you know, pine cones and stuff that we have in the garden. And on the 22nd, we decorated the Christmas tree. This is what our Christmas tree usually looks like. This is how it looked in 2009. With all the presents underneath. And we have a lot of homemade decorations on our tree. That's what we like best. And then on the 23rd, which is Little Christmas Eve, Lille Julaften as it's called in Denmark. It's always been a tradition in my husband's family to have the hot Danish Christmas donuts with gløgg, you know, the mulled wine. So that's what we normally do then. And then on the 24th, we had a champagne breakfast because that is Christmas Eve in Denmark. And Christmas Eve in Denmark is the 24th. That's when the celebrations start. We follow the, what do you call it, liturgical calendar. So we eat our big dinner on the 24th and exchange gifts. And then the Danes will usually go to church on the 24th and sometimes also on the morning of the 25th. So there you have it. That was one for 2009. And the 2010 is, you know, you get the idea. It's basically the same thing. We also had a Christmas bingo event at my son's after school club. There's the Christmas cake. And that was our Christmas breakfast on the 24th. But also, these are very old calendars. My kids are big now, but we still have that idea of doing something every day of December, just so that we're not kind of, as I said, feeling the stress. We've got very long, dark days here, where sometimes we never see the sun at all. We generally speaking in Denmark, in the month of December, it doesn't get dark until about 9 o'clock in the morning, and then it's dark again by 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's really dark days. And it's just a way to really enjoy the month of December and just enjoy everything that's going on. So remember, keep it really simple. The things that I've added to my calendar since this time, we're really watching a lot of Christmas movies. I go in with maybe my ladies club or some friends. I meet up with them and we go and see something that's happening in town. But remember, it doesn't need to cost any money. You don't have to be doing something huge. And as I said, you can have snowman soup with the kids, or just enjoy going for a wee walk. Well, that's something that we often do after dinner, when we're finished doing our evening routine and cleaning up here in the kitchen. The whole family will get all bundled up. It could be snowing outside, it could be raining, but we just take a wee walk around the block, look at the Christmas decorations, go and see the fresh trees being sold, on the street corners. So it just that little, it doesn't need to be anything big, it doesn't need to take a lot of time, but just to really enjoy the small moments every day. And I said to you, I would give you some ideas of how you can plan your calendar. Now you could just write it in your diary. You could print it out like this and hang it up somewhere. In Denmark we have a lot of things. I showed you these ones the other day. We have all these little things like pegs with the numbers 1 to 24 on them. What you could do is put up a little garland and write down your ideas for every day, and hang them up. Where's this one? Oh yeah, this one is for the 13th. The 13th in Denmark is always Santa Lucia, so the Santa Lucia procession, that's something that we always do for the 13th now. And maybe if you want to get the kids involved with it, these are advent calendars that my kids made at school years ago. It's one of those things that I've kept from the kids. I don't keep a lot of their old drawings, but some things like this, I would like to keep them. What you could do is that they could make their own advent calendar, and they could do the picture on the front, and then it's just 2 sheets of paper stuck together, and on the doors behind them you could write in what is your little advent calendar thing, activity that you're going to do for that day. So anyway, just a few ideas for you. But as I said, please don't kind of get stressed over doing these things. And I find the best thing is to look at your calendar, see what's already going on, as I said, and get that plotted in. Perhaps at the weekend you have more time to do things like baking. Perhaps you've got less time to do things because you're away visiting family. So just keep it reasonable, and as I always say, KISS, keep it simple, sweetie. Just keep it very simple. The idea behind this is actually to enjoy and not be stressed over having the calendar. So on that note, I'm going to finish off our advent calendar for this year. And as I said, I'll put links down below so you can find the ones that we've done in previous years. And if you've got a really good idea, write it down below. Tell me what is a thing that really makes it Christmassy for you. Pop it down below. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. All I've got left to say is live long and prosper. May the Danish hug be with you. Get those candles going, and I shall see you very soon. Okay, bye for now.